Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an incredibly important and controversial topic to discuss. We'll be diving deep into the legal arguments put forth by former President Donald Trump's lawyers, who are advocating for coups and murder to be completely legal for presidents. Now, let's get right into it. Before we begin, we want to clarify that the purpose of this video is to explore and analyze legal arguments, not to endorse or support any particular viewpoint. It is crucial to have a thorough understanding of different perspectives to foster informed discussions. With that being said, let's start by examining the context behind these arguments. In recent months, there has been a significant amount of debate surrounding the extent of a president's powers and the limits of executive authority. Some legal scholars argue that the Constitution does not explicitly prohibit a sitting president from engaging in actions such as coups or ordering murders. They contend that the president, as the head of the executive branch, possesses inherent powers that are necessary for national security and the preservation of the state. It is important to note that the arguments we'll be discussing today are highly controversial and not widely accepted within the legal community. Many legal experts firmly assert that the Constitution, through its checks and balances, clearly delineates the limits of presidential power and prohibits any unlawful or unconstitutional actions. Absolutely, the argument in favor of legalizing coups and murder for presidents is rooted in the interpretation of the president's authority as the commander-in-chief. Advocates contend that during times of crisis or emergency, a president should have the ability to take drastic measures, including overthrowing a government or eliminating perceived threats. Critics of this perspective argue that such an interpretation would lead to unchecked presidential power and undermine the fundamental principles of democracy. They emphasize the importance of upholding the rule of law and respecting the Constitution, which establishes a system of checks and balances to prevent abuses of power. Now, let's examine some of the key legal arguments put forth by Trump's lawyers. One argument is based on the concept of executive necessity. Proponents of this view believe that during extraordinary circumstances, where the survival of the nation is at stake, the president should have the authority to bypass legal constraints and take any action deemed necessary. However, opponents argue that the Constitution already provides mechanisms to address emergencies, such as the declaration of martial law or invoking the War Powers Resolution. They contend that allowing a president to unilaterally decide what constitutes a crisis or emergency without any legal oversight would create a dangerous precedent. Another argument made by Trump's lawyers is that the president should be immune from criminal prosecution while in office. They assert that criminal charges would distract the president from fulfilling their duties and could be used as a political tool by opponents. Critics counter that no one should be above the law, including the president. They argue that immunity from prosecution would undermine accountability and the principle that all individuals, regardless of their position, should be subject to the same legal standards. It is crucial to note that these arguments presented by Trump's lawyers have faced widespread criticism from legal experts across the political spectrum. The prevailing view is that the president's power is not absolute and must be exercised within the confines of the Constitution and established legal frameworks. Moving forward, it is essential to engage in thoughtful and rigorous discussions about the limits of executive authority and the preservation of democratic principles. The Constitution provides avenues for addressing crises and emergencies without resorting to unconstitutional actions. Absolutely, it's through these discussions and debates that we can collectively shape our understanding of the law and strive to uphold the principles upon which our democracy is built. And that concludes our video for today. We hope this discussion has shed light on the legal arguments surrounding the controversial topic of legalizing coups and murder for presidents. Remember to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below, but please keep the discussion respectful and civil. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Stay informed, stay engaged, and until next time, take care.